Today I want to talk about my classmate who have clear, a clever solution in difficulties. Uh, when I was studying in the first university, at that time we had to a project which can uh, provide and um, maybe some creativity detail. We can't do any form to present it. But at that time we chose first we chose a newspaper, so it means that we don't have any experience to do that. But my classmate, my she has a smart plan to do this. She decided to uh, take a role play instead of present in slide like normal. So I think that she is successful to give us new kind of type of presentations.
Thank you for that response. Now I'd like to ask you a few questions related to that topic. Do you think children are born clever or do they learn to be clever?
I think both of them lies understandable and maybe it's depend on their children, kind of their children study. Maybe something like music or art, type of art. I think it's mm, I think talent is more important. But with something like study English or literature or it's maybe some subjects, uh, science subject, the the I think that they can learn to be clever because time for time to practice they can have the result that maybe some smart children can do.
You have a good point about the role of practice and hard work in developing skills. To sound more natural, you could say that some skills are acquired or nurtured over time. Moving on to the next question. Do you agree or disagree that very clever children are usually happy?
I I agree with this boy because I think that children, smart children, usually happy because they have the status point is maybe higher than other. You know, maybe some study or some uh, kids have talent in art like painting, music, or singing. They can famous in the um, childhood. I think so. So they can earn many money, but it's quite uh, it's quite hard to them to still maintain this clever when they become adults because I think without practice they can lose their clever.
That's an interesting perspective on how initial talent can fade without continued effort. To improve your lexical resource, instead of saying status boy, you could say that they might enjoy a higher social standing or greater opportunities. Let's move to the next question. Why may a person be very good at one thing but not another?
I think it's like the difficult questions because a person can have a stronger point for them, so it's depend on maybe they inner uh, power like this.
You're absolutely right that people have distinct strengths and aptitudes. To express this even more clearly, you could say that individuals possess unique innate abilities or talents. Let's move to the next question. Why does society need people with different types of intelligence?
Because I think that without the people have intelligence, the society cannot development. Because some science needs many of people have maybe strong uh,
You're spot on that a variety of skills and viewpoints is essential for any community to thrive. To elevate your vocabulary, you could say that society requires a diversity of talents or specialized expertise. Here is your final question. Do you think people can become very good at anything if they try hard enough?
I don't think I think that's depend on what they want to do because something like base skill like cooking or dancing or maybe something like that, they can be good with the hard working practice, but with something related to talent it's difficult to them to um, become the wood ones in this perspective.
That was a thoughtful distinction between acquired skills and inherent talent. To make your concluding sentence smoother, instead of become the would want, you could say become truly exceptional in that field. Now for your final evaluation. Overall, your performance was quite impressive. For fluency and coherence, you spoke at a good length and connected your ideas well, though there were occasional pauses for phrasing. Regarding lexical resource, you used some good vocabulary and you can further enhance this by adopting more precise terms instead of general descriptors. In terms of grammatical range and accuracy, your sentences were generally accurate, though minor errors in structure occurred occasionally. For pronunciation, your clarity was good and you could be understood easily with a natural rhythm and intonation pattern. Taking all of this into account, I estimate your overall band score to be around a 6.5.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. I wish you all the best with your English learning journey and your studies.
But I want you in the next time you can give me the high band score for for my answers because I think my answer is not good enough and it needs more comments. You just point out my mark, but I want to correct some mistake.
I understand you're looking for more specific corrections and ways to improve for a higher score. Let's look at a few key areas from your responses. In your Part 2 response, you used the phrase status boy. A more natural expression would be that someone enjoys a higher social standing or prestige. For your Part 3 answers, you mentioned that clever children have higher status, which could be phrased as them having greater academic success or more opportunities. Instead of saying without the people have intelligent, you could say without intelligent individuals, emphasizing that society values different types of intellect. To help you improve, focus on using more specific vocabulary and varying your sentence structures to show a wider range of expression.
Oh, I think that's one question is so difficult to me to answer. Can you give me an example? That's a question that why society needs people with different type of intelligence.
Society requires a diverse range of abilities because complex problems demand various perspectives. For instance, while analytical thinkers excel in science and technology, creative individuals drive innovation in the arts and design. Similarly, those with high emotional intelligence are essential for leadership and social cohesion.
Uh, can you give me an like simple answer?
Society needs different thinkers because solving everyday problems requires a mix of skills, from building things to understanding people.
It's not enough for the part 3 of an IELTS test.